Hi, Anne-Marie. First, you'll start of a 10. What is it that makes AI so different? Why is it just not another bit of technology getting better?
So it is an improvement on technology that we've had already, but it's its ability to work seemingly independently and learn over time. And that's it. Where we've had technology before, it's tell it to do that, and it kind of follows that recipe again and again and again. Whereas here with AI, it's able to change and shift over time without too much more input.
OK, so this language, talking about the extinction of humanity, it sounds really scary. I'm sure there will be people at home who think, I should be terrified of this. What would you say to them?
I would say that it's not inevitable. And this is something that we see again and again. I know we had earlier on in the show looking at the kind of Terminator and what's happening in the movies becoming reality. You know, we've had something like that before, the idea of Knight Rider, you know, being able to talk to the car and the car understanding you, being able to fight crime together was something we imagined. Yeah. And now we talk to devices all the time. So I think with this example, in this movement with AI and with technology, it's about you know, the imaginations that we have and being able to see those come to fruition. And for some folks, their imagination is around weapons and is around maybe the Wall-E enfeeblement of people. But there are other things, as we mentioned, medical examples, education examples, travel examples. And so it doesn't have to go that way. It's not inevitable that that's the trajectory we have to be on.
Okay. Now, we've been asking our viewers for their views on all of this, and we've got a lot of messages coming in. Chris from Frinton-on-Sea says, AI does worry me, but is that really you asking? See what he did there? It's quite smart. Anyway, moving on. Ian from Darwin, AI is the way forward, and it's here to stay. We need to start to learn to grasp it. Janet from Kent says, I'm worried about the speed AI is coming into everyday life. It is dangerous. And Tammy from Lancashire, I'm all for it, really. If artificial intelligence can have real emotions and feelings, to me, it makes it as good as a human being. I think, therefore, it is here to stay. People not necessarily so worried, but clearly feeling like something is coming, they're aware of it, and they just feel like they need to know more, maybe. And
that's exactly it. I mean, people are very curious. People are interested. A recent study said that 17% of people, only 17% are scared versus kind of 40s and 50% are curious and interested. I think we need to continue with that. The more of us that know, understand, have built that AI literacy, the less likely we end up in that Terminator 3 situation. But we also, as the open letter has called for, need more regulation and guardrails. And I think the equivalent is, you know, when we started with cars on UK roads, lots of accidents because people were doing pretty much anything. After a while, it took us a couple of decades to say everyone drive on the same side of the road, right? And then all of a sudden, you know, accidents haven't completely disappeared, but, you know, that's now a norm. And no one says, oh, you're getting in the way of me expressing my creativity driving. We just say it's a sensible norm that we have for the safety of society and others. And we need the same for AI.
So what more could governments do?
So government needs to bring in those regulations, bring in the guardrails, bring in funding as well to ensure that we can counter some of the adverse effects of AI, but also it needs to give folks opportunity to build that digital and AI literacy, because, you know, ultimately this is a tool. It's a tool that currently is just in the hands of a very small set of people that really should be empowering lots of folks, giving a lot of people agency and allowing them to use it in the same way that we all use our phones in our own way, right? We all use English in our own way, and AI should be one of those tools that we have for modern living. And
the fact is, briefly, it's happening. We can't disinvent it. It's coming. It's a question of how we make sure we make it work for us rather than we end up working for it.
Exactly. And we're influencing the trajectory. This is it. It doesn't have to end in Terminator 3. It doesn't have to end up in the robot apocalypse. Now's the time to be in those rooms, challenge those assumptions, challenge the problems and the priorities that we have on AI, and really make a future that we can all at least survive, but also want to live in.
OK, wise words. Anne-Marie Imafidon, thank you so much for your insight, and I am sure we'll be calling on you again to discuss this in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.